Attorney Brad Schimel is running for Wisconsin Attorney General right now. He wants that position, and he's catching some heat for things that he said recently in an interview on video about interracial marriage. Now, specifically here, the topic of same-sex marriage comes up, and they want to have a debate about what the role of the Attorney General is in challenging or enforcing the law. Let's take a look at this first clip.
How does Brad Schimel personally feel about same-sex marriage?
Okay, I'm going to open up here by making something very clear.
Okay.
As I do my job as Attorney General, my personal view on that issue has no business entering into the equation. Mm-hmm. My job as the state's lawyer is to defend Wisconsin's law. Mm-hmm. My view is I favor traditional marriage, mm-hmm. one man, one woman. That's my personal view in my personal life. Mm-hmm. And and that's how I voted when the marriage amendment was on the ballot. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't accept that people of same sex can be deeply in love with each other and committed to each other.
So a very diplomatic answer there. Mm-hmm. Now, they are going to now turn it from today, the same-sex marriage debate, to a few decades ago, the debate over interracial marriage. Let's look at how he responds to that little question.
Do you not worry, Brad, about being on what I'll call the wrong side of history on this issue? But if you had been Attorney General in, say, the 1950s in a state that did not allow interracial marriage, do you think the proper role of an Attorney General then was to not put himself or herself into the mix and say this is wrong?
Yeah, it is. And I understand the argument.
Your job is to uphold the law, even if it's something that we might look back in the future as absurd or something.
Well, it might be distasteful to me.
Okay.
But
right. I appreciate your answer.
I've got to stay consistent with that as the state's lawyer. It's not my job to pick and choose.
Okay, first I have to note that I have a new favorite television program, Eye on Oshkosh.
It's not bad.
I'm glad to see
Coming
public
soon to
access.
the network.
Yeah, no, I like the public access still around. Eye on Oshkosh sounds hilarious. Okay,
but they had a good debate there.
And he asked a good question. Mm-hmm. So I don't blame the guy that much.
Yeah.
You know,
damn it! I wanted to draw a stark comparison between us two on this one, but yeah, I can sort of understand what he's saying. Obviously, it's distasteful, but you could say it's sort of a gotcha question. I mean, he's making clear that he thinks that his role is not to be a lawmaker; it's to be an executor of the law. I think that it would be nice if he showed a little bit of bravery, a little bit of courage. That would be good in all of our public servants. And to say that you would be willing to lose your position to stand up for what you think is right, mm-hmm. I think would be nice, and it would probably win some votes for you. But he's saying that he would just do his duty. It's hard to really see how he's wrong there.
Yeah, because think about it. Do you want the Attorney General who's pro-life to strictly do pro-life things, even if the people of that state have passed pro-choice bills? Or the reverse, you have a pro-choice Attorney General, and it's a pro-life state, but he says, no, I don't care, I'm going to apply my personal views rather than the views of the state as adjudicated through the entire legislative process, right?
Let's do that.
So I think he makes a fair point. And so it's a gotcha question is tough. Like, to me, a real gotcha question is, when was the last time you beat your wife? Like what? Okay, or when did you stop beating your wife? Wait, I never beat my wife. So it's a question that is you can ask, and it's a tough one, and it's not necessarily perfectly fair given the circumstances of today. But you know what? There's an argument to be made that it is fair, because it is like interracial marriage, like in that we are discriminating against a certain a group of Americans, and later, I'm sure all those people who are discriminating will be thoroughly embarrassed and pretend that they were on the other side.